So for me, my interest is actually in energy and infrastructure, and I felt that there was a need for both an interest and understanding in both the public and the private sector, and I thought that the joint degree program was a chance for me to really embrace both sides of my interest. So I really want to focus on public-private partnerships in sustainable energy. So I was much more oriented towards the area of interest, and it's the fact that I really thought there was a place for both the public and private sector, especially when it came to sustainable energy. So I figured that the joint degree program would be a chance for me to see where I could mold a career in this arena. So I had some interest in mind, but not exactly what job I would have before when I left here. Though I really felt that I would embrace and enjoy the Kennedy experience, I thought adding the business school would actually give me a chance to explore more of that private sector interest, get a chance to see the skill sets that are appreciated there when it came to marketing, finance, and accounting, but still being able to come back to the much more broader industry and like more passion-oriented work that I would see much more on the Kennedy School side. So I wanted a chance to explore like essentially two sides of myself, and I thought that I get a chance to do that with the joint degree program. So the personalities of the two schools. So in many ways, they really are like night and day. You see much more, I think, industry or problem-oriented people coming more to the Kennedy School, where their first thought is, what's my role going to be in addressing some bigger problem? How am I going to help change the world I'm in? And whereas you see much more of a personal, professional development focus on the business school, where there's a broader world and broad environment. How can I shape myself to be able to operate in this new world? And so you see I think a little bit more of a job-oriented person in the business school, and much more of a solution or a topic-oriented person at the Kennedy School. And so that comes out a lot in the intensity in both, where you end up seeing a lot more of diversity, I think, in the types of backgrounds that you have for the people at Kennedy, and then on the business school side, I think you see more of the same kind of background, but a little bit more diversity in where people want to go afterwards. So I think it's a good dichotomy to have, but it really does. You do see passion on both sides, and I think that's one thing I would say is very consistent within the two programs. With faculty on the Kennedy School side, I've had an amazing experience when it came to Kennedy, mainly because I got a chance to actually work on independent research with professors here at Kennedy. So I got a chance to explore my passion, my areas of interest with faculty who are constantly pushing the envelope in this arena. And so I got a chance to work on transportation policy and energy policy while I was doing my coursework. That really did enhance the experience of my Kennedy first year. So the classmates of the Kennedy School, probably the most fun group of people I ever meet, because this probably was the first chance I really got the opportunity to have so many different backgrounds come together in the same classroom. So I got a chance to hear from experiences from people from Argentina working in the nonprofit sector, from Louisiana working in government, and from France working in the private company, all together debating these issues of ethics, moral leadership, statistics, as funny as that may seem, and really being able to share their broad experience. And I love the opportunity I had to experience that in the classroom. For someone considering the joint degree program, I would say first spend some time reflecting internally and see what is it that gets you excited, and what kind of career do you want to pursue post your graduate school experience. I don't think every job really requires both degrees, but if you really do think you have a passion for the nexus between business and government, where you think the solutions needed solving global problems need an understanding of both the public and the private sector to solve them, I think you should seriously consider this program, because you get a chance to get both of that. You really do. I think the biggest benefit you really have is that you are part of both schools for 3 years, and so you get a chance to get the most out of your graduate school experience and find ways to apply that into a professional career. So for those who are already admitted into the joint degree program, first, welcome. But then I would say be prepared for a very rigorous program. You are doing 2 full degrees, but it really is a unique experience. There is a course we have that is the joint degree seminar, where we really get a chance to bring all of us together and actually focus on issues that are both involve both the government and private sector, and it really does enhance the experience you would have of either of those 2 degrees. And I feel like I didn't get a chance. I didn't know that really coming in. The importance of this joint degree seminar, but now having gone through the experience, I would say it's probably the most valuable part of the program. So I would say prepare for that. Get ready for a lot of work, but it's very much worth it. When it comes to the joint degree program, it really is what you make it. Though it seems like there's a lot of rigid structure in the fact that you have to do a core for the Kennedy School and then a core for the business school, you actually do have a lot of flexibility in what the focus of the program is for you. So for me, I made it a lot on energy and infrastructure. For a lot of my classmates, it's been on healthcare, it's been on education. There's a lot of variability, but it really is up to you to help guide that program in the electives that you choose, in the extracurriculars, whether it be research or projects. But if you come in having a good idea of how you want to use the program, you can get a lot more out of it than if you kind of discover on the way.